If you're new here, welcome, and to my regular fan base, welcome back. So, in this live video, I'm going to speak of the high importance of making a child remember you through emotional immersion. You see, many people know my story at this point, and it's been a roller coaster of emotions. I remember first starting out as a single father coach. And this is where times were good. This is where, before undergoing all of the egregious, disingenuous, deplorable, false lies said about me for financial gain and emotional gain. So my son is taken. Well, when times were really good, I was posting so many things of my son and his father's interaction. And I've done such from babyhoods all the way up for the ages of from 1 to 2 to 3, 4, 5, and 6 and 6.5, respectfully. That's the age my son is now, or 6 3/4 to be entirely accurate. But going back, if we tie this into making your child feel so that they remember you, this is the secret sauce towards how you can get an outcome that you needs and counter everybody else who is against you. You see, in addition to making my child feel with emotional immersion and positive energy, all I've ever needed was this right here. It's all on my phone. It's all there. Compounded evidence stacking. And I did this because of to protect myself and most importantly my son. I don't know what planet this is where your beard scratches your son's face. The case takes nearly a year to close, and then you're accused of strangulation. And I'm still waiting for evidence to be put forth here. There is no evidence put forth because it never happens. But it's the local authorities' desperate attempts, due to the guy with the past, which I've had, from being in a system which is a broken system of mental health supported accommodation places over the years. Because I grew up in the care system for 28 and I lived for many, many years under the mental health system umbrella. And I'm not going to lie, it fucked me up because mental health, it wasn't understood back then. Not to the depths it is now. Everyone these days, with respect, seems to have a fucking mental health problem, excuse my language, ever since COVID-19 and now obviously the state of the world affairs with the cost of living crisis. But if you think back 10, 15 years ago, it wasn't understood. So what does that mean? It means that you are, if you have moderate issues and you're deemed as different, we now know it to be as neurodiverse. There's neurodiverse and there's neurotypical. So now there's a name behind it, neurodiversity. I have ADHD and mild autism, respectfully. But it wasn't understood, these things, right? So when you're like living in a psychological warfare of heavy issues around you, you're going to end up exploding. And I did. I did for a long, long time. But going back, so this is why they've been so vehemently involved, the local authorities. But they're using any which way in their desperate attempts to try to keep my son away from his dad's. But going back to what this title of the video is, making the child feel, when the child gets older, they'll remember you. They'll remember you. They can't be told lies about you because you've made them feel and you've been consistent. And I've been nothing but consistent with me and my son. Very few people will understand the strengths that I have because most don't possess, nor do they understand my experiences because they haven't experienced themselves. But the strength that I have, the endurance I have, the fortitude, the grit, the tenacity to find a way to push through has always been embedded within me. It's always been there. Um, and You know, in um, the last few posts I've made, I should say stories, not posts. The last few stories, Facebook stories I've made of me and my son, it's the tangible outcome. And it's the tangible outcome of me and his nan and my son finding peace because my son loves his nan and he loves his dad. He loves both of us equally. But I wouldn't have got to this point had I not made my son feel all the lies that's been told. And this is what separates me apart from everybody else. Now, because I promise each and every one of you who watches this video and consumes it, not only have I posted the good stuff about me, I posted the bad, I posted the ugly. Now, on the surface, it means, yeah, it's bad, you lost a lot of views and all these things, business, and I did. But if you flip it and you go the other way, because what I'm about to do is, I've already got 2 screen recordings from Facebook stories. I'm going to upload 3 more. And in the next few days, I'm going to take all those screen recordings and pull it together as one, integrate it together as one into one massive post of not only me and my son, but the development I've done on me and my friend's son who's staying with me, my friend and her son. And it feels good to like know that God has been by my sides. Yes, I'm an innocent man in all of this. Unfortunately, I'm one of many men who are extorted for the political gains and money, and by women and the court system alike. I'm no exception. There's many other guys that go through it. On one hand, it kind of numbs the blow, and on the other hand, it's like, man, it's really shitty how the system is. But no matter what your past is, it should never be a life sentence. And I want to say this, and I want to say it loud and clear. Environment is everything. Once you're out of those fucked up situations of living in a psychological mundane warfare to the point where you're questioning your own minds, your behavior improves. I've overcome a lot of things in my life, a lot of things. I have strength very few can understand, very few. And I know I've always found a way, always. No matter what the odds are in my life, no matter what the system did to me, no matter what the authorities did to me, no matter what my own family did to me, I I've always found a way to pull through and persevere, and by way of being resourceful. Um, and going back again with emotional immersion, I've developed that gorgeous, bright, shining light, that son of mine, ever since babyhoods. And the videos that I post and have been posting and will continue to post of me and my son will reflect this very truth. We're just getting started here. There's so much more to come. And I'm going to take everything that they've put up onto me, all of the pain, all of the suffering, the authorities, and I'm going to reverse that pain and suffering, and I'm going to take their soul. And I'm going to take their soul by way of just nothing but authenticity, truth. When I say take their soul, I mean in a peaceful way. Because not only again have I got so much content to put forth of me and my boy, and I've been seeing him and his nan, my son and his nan, for 4 times in the last month now. But I couldn't have got to this point if I didn't create leverage for myself with compounded evidence stacking. Because think about it, the person that's trying to ruin you and take your boy, all of a sudden, they're worried because you have so much evidence. It's all on my phone, it's all there. But I have to play it smart, I have to be true, and I have to control my emotions and I have to control my ego because as much as I try and prove my innocence, I have to be careful because if I if I do throw his nan under the bus, figuratively speaking, then the way that it stands right now, it just wouldn't bode well. And I need to undertake tests to show that I'm adequate, to show that I'm fit father, like parenting assessments, things like this. I've got no qualms at all about me being a good father. I know I'm a good father and a fucking great father at that. But it's from the authorities front. It's from my lack of life experience, um, and it's also from my past and my heavy, crimes I did whilst living with insanity. But it's okay. It's okay because me and my son were growing together through this. Authenticity and truth cannot be lied about, and in the end, I know it's going to be okay. As my son gets older, he's going to start seeing the truth himself. And one day he will know, and he'll be so proud of how much Dada gave to him, how much when his back was against the corner, everyone against him. I always found a way. I always found a way to defend, to stack up my case with logic, factual information, and to get to the point where I am now. He'll know about my entire past, and he'll look at me and say, Dada, I'm very proud of you. And I can sleep easy at night knowing this. Whereas can the authorities, can other people, can they sleep well at night? Because if you look, if we're honest here, let's think about it. Have you noticed people in these positions, they're not the happiest of people? How could they be? They're so fixated on ruining lives and destroying lives. The people that are bad fathers, the ones who harm the children, I'm all for it. I'm all for supporting the local authority. But there's too many stories of good men being effed over, extorted, or if they've got a past for no, it is to a degree fault of their own if they've got a past. But in my case, with crimes, yeah, it's my fault to a certain degree. Was it my fault of living with schizophrenia and borderline personality disorders and heroin addicts? No, it wasn't, because mental health wasn't understood. So to a certain degree, it's my fault with the crimes I did. But how I'm putting my case forth is I challenge anybody to not go off the rails and crack up yourself if you're in a forced situation and it's weighing you down and you're in like a psychological prison, you know, because you would break down. And people that say they wouldn't, you're a liar. You would break down. And I'll tell you this as well. Um, you know, I'm very, I'm very grateful for um, always being true to myself, never been fake, and it's got me a lot of hate. It has. It's a lot easier to fill in and lose your internal voice and just fit in like sheep with the other people. Being real, it gets you hated. But I'm very proud of always being real to my soul and doing what I feels right with integrity, with accountability, with truth. I've always been proud of that, and no one can take that away from me. I finally wish to say that you know it's been a journey. It's been a journey of psychology. It's been a journey of you know perseverance. It's been a journey of creating so many so many foundations of um, resourcefulness that I never knew existed from within myself. But it's amazing when you have a why, and obviously the main why is our child or children. They will give you resources and develop your capabilities in ways that you never would have ever imagined. Because that's what children do. It's amazing how they can find a way. It's beautiful how a child's voice can't be silenced for his dad's, because you made the child feel from babyhood emotional immersion. And again, all the proof is right here on my device. It's all there. And my son's and his father's comeback stories, we're just getting started here. We've got a lot, We've got a lot to take care of. We're going to we're going to open up a lot of eyes towards what's possible. And you know, at the end of the day, like at the end of the day, you know, people uh, are saying to me, you know, because now that I've come back as the hero, now that I've come back, going back to the point of roller coaster and emotions, started out way up here, everything was high and great, and then, man, you know, I'll post anything, judge it, man, judge it, because I'm smiling at you right now, knowing you're not sharing the secrets, and you know, but I'll tell you anything you want to know, judge it, you know, and that's my secret sauce, that's my authority. That's my credibility. That's the benchmark towards me and my son um, teaching other parents how to make your child feel, how to stack up your case with evidence when the system's against you. There's many ideas I have, and my authority and credibility have skyrocketed. And the reason for this is because I've posted the bads, I've posted the ugly. I'm not one of those fake people who just post the goods and just like people just post the best parts of their life all the time. And other people will look at that post and judge and compare. And they'll be like, he's so lucky, she's so lucky. You don't know that. People that look at that post, you're just assuming that. People only want you to see their shiny outsides, but they don't realise the people that have viewed other people's videos or individuals' videos, the depths of what they're going through internally on the insides from the person making the post. That's the uh, that's the fakery. That's the smoke screen of social media. You're only supposed to see the best now, aren't you? Right? Not me. Not me. You're going to see the good. You're going to see the bad. You're going to see the ugly. And we've been there. We've done that all throughout me documenting the family courts and you know speaking about accountability, how you know everything we've talked about um, in past posts of like. But I can promise you all this: there's nothing fake about me, and I know that in the end, I've got a lot to offer, and I'm in talks with people who are really impressed with my content, who want to help me virtual assistants assist. I lack the fundamentals of the algorithm and the correct way of doing things. I like to talk long-winded posts, and I'm trying to work on, you know, in this microwavable society where attention spans are just so short. I need to work on posting like more reels and, you know, cater to like 90 seconds. So my virtual assistants will help me with this, and I need to learn to be more technical because I lack the algorithm knowledge behind getting views. All the views that I get, they're just pure and organic. You know, but with VAs, I've got a few virtual assistants meetings tomorrow, and they're going to change all this for me and like you know really help me out. So I'm looking forward to that and determining the best virtual assistant fit for me and my son going forwards because our message needs to reach the world. It truly does. I'm in a very unique situation of you know not only with trials and tribulations but overcoming them and many people have said to me it's all there, the content's all there, you just need help with the algorithm, and that's what I'm going to be working on. So I've got some great things coming up just to wrap up here. Some great posts to put forth in the next couple of days. And stay tuned, man. Me and my son, we're about to come back stronger than ever. And we're going to show the world what is possible in spite of the worst odds. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for consuming it. Much love. God bless. And I'll talk to you soon. Peace.